Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about quite an interesting topic. Is insecurity that I've noticed a lot in women, especially older women of course, because as you age, a lot of women like to be more self-conscious about their skin, also their face as well, how they look. So we're going to dive deep into how to actually improve your skin health through prioritizing your health and fitness. Now, one thing you have to understand is you cannot fake health, all right? No matter what cosmetics you do, no matter what surgery you do, whether it's non-surgical, I don't care what it is, you cannot fake your health. When you're doing all these things to actually conceal your look and just hide all these imperfections, you're only prolonging the disaster. I don't know what actually is the, negative effects of getting surgery and so much cosmetics on your face, but I do know one thing, and there's one law that is true, and that is if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah. So yeah, you cannot fake health at the end of the day. So what will be a result of you not prioritizing your health? Well, it will be a puffy face. You're gonna look more bloated, your face is gonna look a lot softer, as in puffier. And this is gonna be due to a lot of things. You might just be fatter. That's just a real thing. You might be eating more, you might have gained fats, and that fat is accumulating under the skin on your face. So your face is going to look larger. Now, another thing would be poor sleep. Poor sleep will be an effect of how you look. You're going to have more eye bags, of course. It's going to be more prominent, your eye bags. So that will show up on your face. Poor sleep also cause other effects, which we'll get into as well. Another thing is poor diet. I mean, we know what poor diet can do. We know what inflammation does to the body as well. When you're eating foods that are causing harm to your body, this can make your skin inflamed. When it's inflamed, it can show up as a lot of things. It can show up as acne, it can show up as rashes, it can show up as pimples. So your diet will play a massive role into your overall skin health. Another thing is exercise. Exercise does improve your skin health, believe it or not. It's one you wouldn't actually expect to improve your skin health, but you do notice it straight away when you actually start exercising and strength training as well. So this is something that you will actually notice. This is something I actually notice in my clients as well. Now, fit women who are actually in shape will have a tighter face because of proper diet, good sleep, and training. These women do, in fact, train. So what is the result of being fit and looking fit? Well, it's going to have numerous benefits, starting off with lifting weights. What's that going to do? Well, you're going to build muscle. And because muscle is highly vascularized tissue, this will increase blood circulation around your body, face included. And when you're increasing the amount of blood circulation, what are you doing? You're increasing the amount of nutrients going to your cells. So if you can boost collagen synthesis in your face, what's that going to do for you? Well, we know what collagen does. Collagen is a protein. It's a structural protein. So it's going to help with actually keeping your face in shape in terms of strength, structure, and this is actually going to help you look younger. Another thing is fat loss. What's fat going to do? When you're losing fat, you're going to make your jawline show more. This is going to make you look younger. Someone who's fatter, you're always going to think they look older because it's not showing their features as much. So of course, it's going to make you look older. Now, another thing is diet and sleep. People who are fit generally have good diet and they sleep well. Generally, I say, because they might not have the sleep in check, but they definitely have the diet in check. So this will help your skin look radiant and it's going to make your eyes brighter. You're not going to have any eye bags or anything like that. Now, one thing you have to prioritize is habits over surgery. In fact, let me even write down cosmetics as well. It should be habits over surgery and cosmetics, yeah? That's what you want. It's your habits that's going to really define how you look. No amount of surgery or cosmetic is going to conceal the real you. Your habits define you. Without implementing any good habits, you can't start the process of doing any of this to actually improve your health. You can't, because your habits dictate how you move. So without any structure, without replacing bad habits with good habits, you can never do any of this. This is why you should always prioritize your habits over getting surgery or any cosmetics. If you have the money, you might as well go for it if you want to. But like I said, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So how is any of this actually going to help? Of course, I'm a med student. I like my science. So I'm going to explain this for you. I'm going to try and break it down as much as I can and just explain it in a simple way. So first of all, exercise. What does exercise do? Well, we explained a bit before, but let's dive in a bit deeper. It's going to increase your skin elasticity. Why is that? Because it's going to improve collagen synthesis. Collagen is just protein. And when you're actually exercising more, what did I say? Muscle is highly vascularized tissue. So increasing blood flow around your body, which will also increase the amount of nutrients that's going to your cells. So what does that mean? Well, your skin's going to get the building blocks it needs to actually repair itself. So that means you get tighter looking skin, you get healthier skin. This is going to make you look younger. I'm not going to say it's going to make you look 20 years younger or anything like Kris Jenner, but it's still going to make you look younger. It's going to make you look healthy. And this is what you want when you age. At the end of the day, you cannot stop yourself from aging. There's no point trying to reverse aging by 20 years. What's the point? Instead of trying to reverse aging, why don't you try and slow it down? And you can slow it down by doing things like this and making yourself not only healthy from the outside, but healthy from the inside as well. At the end of the day, you want to age gracefully. You don't want to age awfully, do you? Next is fat loss. What does that do? Well, it's going to decrease the amount of subcutaneous and visceral fat. Subcutaneous fat being the fat under your skin. So it's going to make you show more of your facial features, like we discussed before. And with decreases in visceral fat, you're going to decrease the amount of inflammatory cytokines, which are like inflammatory mediators, things that initiate inflammation. You're going to decrease those. And this is going to help your skin look younger. How? Because there's going to be less inflammation on your skin. And with less inflammation, there's going to be less damage to your skin as well. The thing about fat is, especially visceral fat, don't get me wrong, visceral fat is absolutely necessary. But when you're having increased amount of visceral fat, excess amounts of visceral fat, your fat cells no longer perform like fat cells. They start releasing inflammatory cytokines a lot more than usual. And you get a imbalance of anti-inflammatory cytokines and then inflammatory cytokines. So that means your body's in a state of inflammation a lot of the time, and you don't want that. And this is what fat cells can do. Next is protein, absolutely necessary, but I bet you didn't know you actually need it for your skin health. If you want good skin, you absolutely should be eating protein. Basically, everything in your body is just protein. Protein and water. That's really all it is, down to your enzymes, down to your cells. So you definitely need protein. Protein is going to help you with actual cell turnover. So that process of dead cells go into new cells. So it's going to allow you to build those new cells basically. So overall, this is going to help with repair of damaged skin. Now next, in terms of your diet, this is very important that you're getting your omega-3s, your minerals and your vitamins. Specifically, what minerals are these? Well, these are your electrolytes because they control fluid balance. So when you're having very salty foods, you might notice that you retain more water and you look bloated. That's because salt draws water into your cells. So when you're having a lot of salty foods and you're also drinking water, this is going to increase the amount of water in your cells, so you're going to look bloated. And you want a balance of sodium and potassium, because when you're having more sodium and potassium, it's going to cause more water to dry in your cells. But when you have a good balance of both, then this actually maintains fluid balance. And this is what you want. So the important minerals are going to be your electrolytes, magnesium, sodium, potassium, calcium. These are all going to be important in actually maintaining fluid balance, but also other physiological functions, which we don't need to get into as well. Now, in terms of vitamins, the most important will be vitamins like D, C, A, E as well. And this is going to help with overall protection and repair of your skin. So overall, when your diet is actually in check, this will help repair, protect, increase elasticity, and also help with hydrating your skin. Next is sleep and stress regulation. How on earth does that actually help you with your skin health? Well, it's going to help regulate your cortisol and melatonin levels. When you're having high cortisol, what does that cause? Inflammation. And we discussed what inflammation does to the skin. And when your melatonin levels are not optimal, are not at its normal levels, this is going to actually affect your sleep. So you want to actually make sure you're getting enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours, and you want to make sure you have some sort of stress management protocol into place just to help you manage stress. Whichever way you manage stress is up to you, but you want to manage it as much as you can. Stress just doesn't affect your skin health. It affects your whole body systemically. There are many things that stress can cause. You can literally stress yourself into disease. It's absolutely crazy. So how does sugar and processed food actually affect your skin health? What's going to happen due to increased amount of AGEs or ages, because we're talking about age. AGEs are just advanced glycation end products which happen when you're actually consuming these, and this is actually going to cause damage to proteins like elastin and also collagen, which are important for your skin health. Remember, I talked about proteins and the importance of proteins. Basically everything that we need and in our body is made up of proteins. So when you're having high amounts of these and you're affecting and damaging these proteins, this means they cannot carry out their function. This is all gonna actually help you with your skin health. So if you like this video, make sure that you like and follow, and also DM me for coaching, because I've helped many ladies actually improve their health just like this. It's very simple, believe it or not. And they just notice the effects within 3 to 6 months, and they actually look amazing. They look very different from the start, and their skin just radiates, and you can really see the difference by the end of the program.